Salutations, my fellow food lovers. This is Chef Mark here from Johnny's Italian Steakhouse, and I want to tell you about our filet Oscar. This premium filet is topped with Johnny's lump crab cake, grilled asparagus, and our signature béarnaise sauce. But the start to any great night always begins with a killer appetizer. And I recommend trying out our jumbo pan-seared sea scallops with Brussels sprout slaw tossed in Johnny's hot bacon dressing. It is so good. I know that you will love my filet Oscar as much as I love preparing it. So come to Johnny's tonight. Johnny's Italian Steakhouse, Village Point Shopping Center, Omaha.
Okay. People tell me, Jay, is it true that you don't have respect for authority? When you say respect for authority, whose authority are you talking about exactly? You mean the government that's around us? No. You mean the people at my day job? Those insufferable jackwagons at my day job? No. Well, I do respect my parents' authority when I was around them, yeah. Even though I had some fun arguing now and again, but oh my God, I do have a problem. And this is the right time to solve them because welcome to the J-Man Show here on
J360 Radio.
The holidays start here at Baker's with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. Whether you're making a traditional roasted turkey or spicy turkey tacos, your go-to shrimp cocktail, or your first Cajun risotto, Baker's has all the freshest ingredients to embrace your traditions. Baker's, fresh for everyone.
We've locked in low prices to help you save big store-wide. Look for the locked in low prices tags and enjoy extra savings throughout the store. Baker's, fresh for everyone.
When you download the Baker's app, you have easy access to savings every day. Get the most out of weekly sales and receive personalized coupons to save on your favorite items, all while earning 1 fuel point for every $1 spent. Baker's makes it easy to save while you shop, whether it's in-store or online, so you get the most value out of every trip, every time. Download the Baker's app now to save big on your next purchase. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Must have a digital account to redeem offers. Restrictions may apply. See site for details.
Hey, J360 Legion, what's going on? Welcome to the J-Man Show. I'm your host, J-Man. And, wow, episode 148, huh? Man, I'm telling you, it's good to be back. You really don't know how it feels for me to just be here to get everything all pumped up and ready to go. Not to mention hanging with all of you. The party just doesn't stop, And I love it. Even with coronavirus in the air or wherever the hell it is, I don't have any problems doing this show for you all. And, it's been a pretty good journey so far. And I'm kind of getting my head of myself because, let's see, I was going to save it all for episode 150, but, thank you for following me on this journey, It's only going to get wilder and crazier, especially as J360 TV grows. And I've been doing some experiments with that. Not enough experiments yet, but I've been doing something with it. Stand by for a multi-stream later this week. Especially with the Power Play series coming back. Which, by the way, we are going back into the undersea trenches of Rapture, and we are going to be taking out as many splicers as we can. A little capping here, and a little zapping there. And not only that, I think I could finally get some more plasmids, and just really wipe out things. That'll be fun. Oh, man. But today is Wednesday. Yes, it's still Wednesday. And if it isn't, it's Wednesday somewhere, I guess. But, Wednesday for me is usually Rations Day. That's that day where I go out and I take a look at the world around us and see if there's actually a place to save. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention some money and all that. Use the money wisely and go ahead and get some, food. And this time, Rations Day was just pitiful, man. Like, I'll tell you, I managed to get a lot of Arizona tea. I was happy about that. There's no shortage on that. But went over there to meats. The meats were awful. Like, even from the pork all the way down to the beef, it was just, all that stuff just looked grainy as hell. It looked like it would turn green as soon as you open the package. You know, and I'm not the one to really complain because, you know, I have worked in that kind of department before. And you see, right now, you can see where they're bringing out the stuff that was on hold in the back now because certain plants are starting to shut down. And I was just looking at it, I was like, yeah, this is no good. I have to go ahead and figure something else out. But I still have a lot of breakfast food around here. So, you know, hey, what's on the menu might be cold cereal. From cornflakes to cornflakes and maybe regular Cheerios. Okay, let's not go a little too survival, right? I still got some Honey Nut Cheerios in the back. Old boy's gonna be living large for the next few weeks. Well, actually, I didn't spend that much money, so yeah, I think I'll be okay. I know, speaking of money, I know a lot of people are sitting there enjoying those stimulus checks. Because that's all that's been in the news, like, stimulus check. Oh my god, the hero's chest. Where, you know, eventually anybody that's working on the front lines in this war, because, yeah, now we're talking like we're in a war. I guess it is. The war to save everybody's lives. We'll get, like, up to $25,000 if we worked throughout that whole aspect, allegedly. And, of course, it's something that's going on, and it's something you really have to read about. But allegedly, it's something that's going on within Congress to give us more money. And being as one of the essentials, chances are I might get some of that. Now, you see, do I think it's a hoax? Do I believe that there's going to be some sort of repercussion for getting this money? Oh, yeah. Like, even the stimulus check, you know, you'll think about it for a little bit. They'll say, oh, we're going to tax on it. It's like, of course you are. You're going to tax on any sort of income anybody gets. I'm telling you this, as soon as J360 shop opens, what do you think's going to happen? Which, by the way, put in your pre-orders. Not yet. Still working on it, but it's like, yeah, I can't wait to see that all come into play. Oh, yeah, Uncle Sam's going to need some of that money you got there, Jay. Well, indeed. Because I am the only one, along with other brand creators, that can save the economy from itself. It's bloated, tiresome self. Well, of course, it's not necessarily bloated now. It's anorexic as can be, I guess. Okay, it's a little inappropriate, I get it. But then again, you already know whose show you tuned into to hear all that wild stuff. So let's just be real. You were asking for it, and I was delivering. But, you know, it's just wild how we are and where we are right now. And not to mention all the Mortal Kombat rejects out there. Like, you see them all just standing there and talking mess and then just being all aggravated, even though we're at a time that nobody really caught. You see what I'm saying? Even though there were signs of this stuff coming. We the people are doing the best we can to make it through these times. Whereas there are other people out there that they have never been through any type of trauma in their lives. And it shows because they're still finding stuff to complain about. And they're all on this kick about anything now. And it gets really ridiculous. It's like, look, I'm a part of this society, not by choice, but I'm a part of this society, just like you're a part of this society. And we're all supposed to be in this together. You know, we are working together. We are struggling together pretty much, whether you like it or not. And you see, the thing is, you will not get all that you want, but you could get what you need. Let's focus on needs here. Like how Rations Day is usually Wednesday, so I can go ahead and get what I need. And then, of course, pick up some things for the fam. Little things like that. You know, be a provider in some ways. Because, you know, that's just how it goes. But you got some other ones that go, oh, hey, like that idiot that said, any baby back ribs? Any sound bars around here? What the hell you need a sound bar for? Of course, it's really none of my business to ask, but what do you need it? Because it's not an essential item. Though, at the same time, you could go and give me the argument saying that, well, you know, probably need it for the entertainment system because, you know, the built-in speakers on TV are crap. All that I mean, you could. But at the same time, I would figure that you would be more concerned about what you were eating instead of what you were listening or playing with. And then comes the subject where, like, the one person that'll sit there and complain because the way you responded to him. Like, when I confronted that jerk the other day, I was straight up. I was like, who the hell are you to yell at me about something that we don't have in, or at the same time, I don't know what the order is. I don't care to know what the order is. And if I did know what the order is, it's like, you should be here early. If anybody wanted a real chance of these things, come early, don't come late. Because if you're late, you're already late. And you see it all the time. It's like not even trying. Oh, figure that instant gratification is on the menu today. Instant gratification went out the window along with a bunch of other entitlements. You are really going to have to put in the effort. There ain't no bare minimum here. You know, and I get tired of bare minimum. I get tired of, you know, the ideal and the principle that everybody's work ethic is equivalent to their own ineptitude. And I see it all the time. That's why I don't really have respect for authority like anything. Oh, God. I just admitted it. Well, you know, at the end of the day, now you know. Look, it really depends. If it's somebody that's actually knowing what's going on and, you know, is reasonable in the way they represent and, you know, work with the authority, not let the authority go to their head, not expect somebody to lick the boots and lick the butthole and kiss all up in that D. You know what I'm saying? Not to do all that kind of stuff that, you know, you're really supposed to wait until your third date for, but it's just like, you got too many people that expect this stuff. Like, take my would-be supervisor. He ain't worth anything. I mean, we all have a running gag about it that said he ain't crap. Very, very serious words on that, by the way. Just can't say it on the J Nunn show. But, you know, we shoot. He ain't anything. Nothing worth talking about. But I will describe this. The reason why I don't care for him is because, much like my last supervisor, he don't do anything. Complains about the littlest bit of work. I'm sure that, and I'll make a reference here, I'm sure that my love interest's hands, you know, as soft as they may be, are probably a lot more harder and stronger than his hands are. He's that pathetic. He'll complain about having to actually do some work. It's like, I remember one time, like, I was really sick, and then I came back to work. He's like, "Oh, Jay, it's good to have you back, man. It's just this job, it's so hard." I was like, "No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not hard at all. This job is about the most simplest job there is, next to being a shoe salesman and next to also being, you know, a merchandiser. It is not a hard job. If you are lazy and you are tiresome and you got really, really soft Vaseline hands and a sorry excuse for being a human being, let alone a man, yeah, it is hard for you. You know, it's stupid. There are women that can do my job and have done my job, and they do it well. Like, you acting like this and having the rank of leader is a disrespect to the idea of who or what a leader is. And you see, as a leader of J360 Productions, I am subconsciously puking in my mouth every time this fool has something to say. And he talks in a monotone too, so, "Oh yeah, you know, we gotta do this, we gotta get the service done." I'm getting my service done. You get the hell out the way. If you really want to help me out, stay the hell out of my way. Simple as that. Because the thing is, I'm there to do my job. I'm there to get paid. I'm there to go ahead and make my goals come alive. And you know, the thing is, I remember one time I really got into it with him, and he's like, "Well, I'm the leader, Jay." And I said, "And you will be when I leave." Because I don't take crap, man. Like, you know, there's times where I joke around and have a good time, and I always will. But then there's times where I throw some shade, especially when it's warranted. And it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, you want people to respect you, and you want people to come together. You want the whole damn staff don't respect them, man. And it was pathetic. It's like, you know, even when I'm partially giving a damn, and that's when you know I'm good, because I'm good when I give a damn. You know, I managed to do more. I managed to get more respect and more renaissance out of people than he does. And he's so jealous of it that he'll always try to, quote, give me the hardest assignment at the job. And I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh, do your worst, man. And this is the funny part, right? Did you know that the option to stay home, while it's viable, while it's usable by anybody at my job place or anybody that's working in my current field, the thing is that they are now trying to track down people and scare them to coming to work, or saying like, oh, if you called out too many days, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Like, they're going ahead and trying to do unwritten rules and try to use at-will powers to get rid of people. Because there are a lot of people who called out. A lot of people have families. A lot of people have elderly parents to take care of. You know what I'm saying? And you realize that they're like, hey, guess what? I'm not going to go ahead and risk it. It's on this policy where, if you don't even feel comfortable going to work, you don't have to go to work. So I'm doing wealth over health right now because, that money is stored up and growing into something. Whereas like a lot of other people, they, whatever they choose to do. But when you get right down to it sometimes, this is also allergy season. So when you get hit by that nonsense, I go down. I have to rest. And I have to hope that medicine actually pulls me back together so I can go back. And then, of course, you got other people out there. There's no schools around right now. And some of the daycares, have shut down. So what does that tell you? Some people have to call out because they have other responsibilities. But, you see, they don't understand that at my day job. For some reason, they'll never understand it because they have no lives. I guess because, home life's hell. Might as well try to make the best out of, professional life, but at the same time, make professional life hell for other people. Which at the same time, not without my permission. You don't get to make my life, You don't get to make my life or anybody else's life a living hell without our permission. You see? Keep that in mind as you go through everything out there, folks. They can't do this to you without your permission. And then you realize this. If it gets to the point where it's too much being thrown on you, like they'll try to put the saddle on you, like if the place is falling apart, and they'll say, oh, yeah, this is your fault. You'd be like, hell no. And I almost cussed. I'm holding it in. But it's like, yeah, season 1 J-Man almost came out. But yeah, if you're at that point where you know damn well that it's wrong and you pretty much give them the finger and stuff like that, it'd be like this. Like I said, when it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go. And I mean, period. I ain't looking back. As soon as that degree comes in the mail, shit. Ghost, man. Ghost. And not only that, it's just, I cannot respect people who don't do anything. Like, my manager, he's worthless. Like, he'll go on this whole tangent where he's like, real sensitive about stuff. And this is stuff that is not even important to the job. You hurt me, man. I hurt you because I'm taking care of my health. I hurt you because I didn't feel comfortable being around people who don't know what the hell 6 feet is. I mean, they're 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking that maybe my black ass must stay at home. Yeah. It doesn't fit the lyric, but you get the point. I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense. One way or another, the government handled this poorly. So why do I expect the job to even handle this correctly? I didn't. You see? And now they're all walking around there wearing masks. You say, hi, Jay. And I'm like, yeah, hey, moron. How you doing? And I'm only saying that is because, yeah, they think they're doing the right thing, but they're not. You still got people knee deep in there. And a lot of us are there because, hey, rent is due. And then not only that, but you'll see, it's just that some people are just so lazy and think they're entitled to respect that they gotta hold that over somebody's head. No, that's not how it works. Give some respect, only hope that they like you back. And then the truth is this, respect is earned. It's not given as freely as you think it is. But the fact that I keep showing up, the fact that I keep doing it, the fact that I know that my very presence in that place annoys the living hell out of the authority there. Almost like how Stone Cold did to the authority, or, well, not the authority. They weren't called the authority, but did the McMahon's group. The corporation, yeah. That's the way it is. And the truth be told, it's like, for some reason, they wanted me to be like a lackey, and they wanted me to go ahead and rat on people. And even in my earliest days, I was never a rat. I was always who I was. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this, kissing up to people and trying to win them over with petty favors and all that stuff, it doesn't benefit anything. Trying to fit into a club when you know certain clubs are not good for you or your mental health or your state of being, I should say, they're not worth it. I've always been an individual as well as somebody who can work in a group. And then most of the time, I usually build the groups myself. Because I know this, I accept myself. They don't. They can't even accept their own selves, yet they want to be united as a united front. Whereas I was just always who I was. And nowadays, I'm more of a force of nature than anything, because it's like this. I look at the concept, I see exactly which way things are going to be weighed out and how this will play out. But then there's a chance, I'm just like F it and throw everybody off to the side and just do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because for every single rule in there that doesn't make sense, sometimes the motion and the way you carry that motion makes more sense. Like getting it done. Like, I got to hear from this clown about how to stack certain stock when at the same time I've been doing it for well over 2 years. And if you really think about it, I've been doing merchandising jobs for well over 10 years. So it's like, how the hell could I not know? It's just people that like to hear themselves talk, man. And the thing about it is, I love to argue. I'll argue with you about anything. From anything that's really, really stupid to anything that's really on point and makes sense. I will argue with you. I'm that stubborn. But it's got to make sense. And see, the thing is, I don't stop, especially when I know I'm right. I do stop when I know that enough's enough, But it's like, it's one of those kind of things. See, it's like fighting with really ridiculous people. Now, if you got something to really say and you got facts backing it up and and I mean concrete, then I'm going to let you have that. But if you're just blowing smoke just because the wind is blowing, oh yeah, I got something to say to you. We're going to have a little powwow. The only thing is, I'm coming in there with facts. I'm coming in there with my folder and my list and all the written arguments and everything that's there. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, I don't like how they try to hold this over people's heads and try to threaten people with losing their job. It's your born nation, at least you're getting fired, Jay. Oh yeah, if that's the case, then do it! Go on ahead, just like what Shia LaBeouf said. Do it! Do your worst, damn it! Scare the hell out of me if you can, but good luck with that because I don't have any fear. So go on ahead. Take your shot. And you see, if you got that one person that looks you straight in the eye and tell you that, I think more or less you should be the one that's scared. But I'll look you right in the eye and I'll tell you, do it. There's other places I can go. I mean, as far as I know, shoot, I ain't sitting there beholden to nothing. The universe doesn't fall apart because I end up leaving. I go to another place. And my universe is stable as hell. I'm just unstable when dealing with stupid people. If that makes any sense. But it's like this, like, I give it my all, man. I fight for the things that I believe in. And, I also keep pushing myself. And I don't try to be a hard ass to everybody. Just to the ones that deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a little bit of a two-way street when it comes to respect. And people are not thinking about that second way. They're not thinking about, hey, I got to give it back. They're thinking about, I got to absorb as much as I can to the point where this person doesn't even have a will or a mindset of their own. And then, anything I tell them, they'll go ahead and they'll do it. It doesn't work like that. If you've seen some of my episodes on relationships, you know that little different yet similar. But the thing is this, I always had that will about myself. You know what I mean? Know who I am. And I know when my time's being wasted, and I'm going to call you out on it. And the truth is that, I don't lose sleep at night. I still got another adventure in the morning, and I still got other places to go. And the truth is that, I don't hold back on it. And I know a lot of other people out there probably agree with me on it. A lot of people are afraid of dystopian times. A lot of people are afraid of uncertainty and all. It's just like with me, myself, I don't get that time to be afraid. I have to prepare for it. You see? And it really takes a lot. And if you notice this, a lot of these things is all about picking your battles. I know things are about done with my time there. So you stock all that you need. You grow it out into something. You try to prepare and build that new life of yours. And that's a coming. And everything's going to change. But you see, when you're doing the bare minimum, and you're just sitting there saying, oh, I'm going to go through some work on other people. I'm going to shirk my responsibilities. I'm going to go ahead and do all this crap here. Yeah. When you do that kind of stuff, you're a dumbass. You're somebody that doesn't need to be respected. As a matter of fact, you're somebody that just needs to get hit in the face with a boot, as far as I know. And if you feel that way, like, if something really easy is hard for you, then you might need to go ahead and get remedially checked or something. You see what I'm saying? It's just like when I had somebody in charge of the Cyclone at one time. The Cyclone had a chance to be, it still does have a chance, but it was a strong show. But it was detrimental and it was weakened by whomever the hell was in charge with it outside of my watch. You see what I'm saying? And then there was that moment where I always did the J-Man show, but you see, or the power play. But if you knew I was in there, that means I'm doing quality check. You see? It's a little different when it's something that you built and you created and you loaned it out to other people so that they could go ahead and they could do something with it. And it was very, very annoying dealing with other people on that level, especially if they're not following through. You hear what I'm saying? And you see, when people don't follow through, it looks bad for the whole group. That's why, the first year of the Cyclone was actually pretty toxic. And I looked at that and I did not like where it was going. I had to clean house. And then the same thing with the next version when I brought it back. It was on the rise, wasn't it? But you had a certain individual in there who did not follow through and pretty much just tainted the whole thing. Even when I was like, you know what? I'm going to give you free reign. Let's see how far you can go. Every time I accommodated, he didn't respect the accommodation. So as he did not respect the accommodation, I had to give brother the boot. Put the show on hiatus. Give him the boot. Throw his sorry behind out. And it's as simple as that. Because I don't respect that bare minimum. I respect the idea of following through, getting it done, and working as hard as, say, I work hard. Because you have that, not only that image to maintain, but you also have the idea is that we're a production team. What do you think is going to happen when movies get involved? What do you think is going to happen when live shows get involved? What do you think is going to happen? Everything builds up onto itself. And you see that particular person did not understand that. That's why he's out there probably riding the coattails of other people just like anybody else out there is doing, because innovators don't get that chance. See what I'm saying? Innovators, if they fall off on the wayside and all, oh yeah, they get used, but at the end of the day, being of the bare minimum recedes onto itself, and they just sit right there and be like, oh, I'm phoning it in, oh, it's okay, oh, we'll get through life, oh, yeah. No. Doesn't work in J360 Productions. And if any other content creators or producers out there are dealing with that, you might need to check your staff, and not only that, you might need to understand this. This isn't for the faint of heart. We're not like that at all. We work hard to maintain these brands. There's been days where, you start to sit there and you're like, when is this money really going to be worth it to build all this? Do I really want to work at that day job forever? Do I really want to be where I'm at? Am I satisfied and content? You know what I'm saying? It's entrepreneurial thinking. But you see, me, I'm not satisfied where I'm at. Even living in Delaware, it's like, this is home for now. But the real goal is out there. And go west. Go as far as I need to go. I'm always in a state of flux. I have to keep moving. I have to keep building. Like, it's kind of like, a lot of people that want to work out and lose weight and all. I'm in that same boat and I'm doing it for myself. And I've been at it. And things are shifting. I'm changing as a person, inside and out, and all the other things that I'm trying to do. Even doing Schlockomania to keep you guys entertained and not staying into what's very, very negative out there. Which, by the way, I'm currently watching this film here, and I have no idea what the hell is going on. But I do know that if representation means anything, the one sole black guy on here, he's not helping the cause, and I'm hoping he dies soon. I'm sorry. He's just ridiculous. He's a stereotype. There's nothing here that is of redeeming qualities. And I think he punched his girlfriend not too long ago, so I have no respect for him. But as I say it, I'm always in a state of self-improvement and moving on. And then there's that day where, I don't respect authority that much, but I see why it's there. And then I always look at it and I'm like asking questions. Well, why is this? What are we doing here? How does this affect everyone after a while? And you see, as I'm saying all that, is any idea why I wouldn't be in media? Because to point all those things out, not to be judge, jury, and executioner, but to point it out. And I still have a chance to be a lawyer too. So quite a lot of things that I would love to do. But I talked your ear off enough, and as you can see, I'm not about the bare minimum. I'm of extenuating magnitude. But that next level thinking though, I wonder if it really will get me in trouble. Probably. I deserve a little bit, right? But hey, like I already said, I talked your ear off. And this is doubles week, so you got episode 149 coming tomorrow. And then hopefully we can... Now I'm still thinking, should we start Schlockomania then? Even though I already have something prepared for 150? Yeah. We'll go ahead and start it up, right? Alright, so that's what we'll do. But until then, this is the J-Man signing off. You all take it easy, stay safe, and if possible, stay home.
When you download the Baker's app, you have easy access to savings every day. Get the most out of weekly sales and receive personalized coupons to save on your favorite items, all while earning 1 fuel point for every $1 spent. Baker's makes it easy to save while you shop, whether it's in-store or online, so you get the most value out of every trip, every time. Download the Baker's app now to save big on your next purchase. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Must have a digital account to redeem offers. Restrictions may apply. See site for details.